What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be going over the top sneakers to cop this month, the month of April. Make sure you stay to the end of this video because there is some sneakers in here that will definitely slip under the radar. Even I saw some sneakers on here and I was thinking like, damn, I didn't think these were dropping this month. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So on April 5th, we have the Nike and Atmos collab on the Air Max 2. So as you can see, it's just a bunch of colors splattered on this sneaker. Now this takes inspiration from Nike's clothing from the 90s. So there's literally Nike branding all over this sneaker. One of my favorite parts is on the heel. It just has that clear heel tab, which has a really clean look. Now, I love when Nike and Atmos do a collaboration because I always feel like it's very nicely done. Now, this sneaker right here, though, is super loud, so that's something that you got to get accustomed to. I mean, it's a very nice summer shoe for sure. Granted, I know it is a collaboration, but it's not something you can wear too much. On April 6th, we have the Jordan 14 Candy Canes. This debuted in 1999 and then retroed in 2012, and it's coming back this year, 2019. Black, red, and white color scheme on our Jordan, you really cannot go wrong with that. Now, Jordan 14's, you know, it's not my favorite model, but it's definitely not ugly by any means. So this is retailing for $187. Now, it's not something I'm willing to pay for a Jordan 14. I just don't love the shoe enough to pay that amount of money. Now, maybe if it was like around 120, it could be a potential cop. But for $187, I'm just not feeling that. But I mean, from pictures, it looks like very good quality, so we'll just have to see when these release. Then for April 6th, we have a new colorway of a Foamposite. It is the Hyper Crimson. Now, this looks very similar to the copper colorway of the Foamposites, but I guess it is a little different. Now, I haven't been on Foamposites for a minute now. I think the last pair I've got was a pair of pennies that was like in, what, 2013 or 14. But these right here, they're not bad at all. Just Foamposites are super uncomfortable. If you've had a pair, then you know the feeling. But they are a very durable sneaker. That's one plus about these. I got to give it to them for that. Even playing ball in this sneaker isn't too bad. I kind of enjoyed it. But this is retailing for $245. That's a lot of money for a Foamposite. I mean, I know Yeezys are around that price point, but I mean, for a Foamposite, you're not getting a comfortable sneaker. It's not, you know, hyped up if you care about hype. And I mean, it's a bulky sneaker. It's not the best. I live in the East Coast, so I still see a lot of people wearing them. But I'm pretty sure on the West Coast, no one wears these. And for good reasoning, because your feet will heat up in this sneaker. But again, for $245, that's not a cop for me. But it is a really clean sneaker and the colorway is super nice. On April 6th, we also have the Adidas 4000 4D dropping. Now, this is in that carbon colorway. Now, there's a bunch of materials on this sneaker. You have like mesh, you have some suede. It's a lot of material on this sneaker and I'm sure it's going to be on point. But this is retailing for, how much is this retailing for? $350. That is a lot of money to be spending on a pair of sneakers. Now, I've never had a pair of 4D, so it might be worth the money. But from what I've heard and what I've researched, it definitely isn't worth the price point. But I will say though, the mint green midsole on this sneaker stands out. It's really nice. Seems really comfortable, but I wouldn't know because I'm not getting my hands on a pair, but it's still a fire sneaker dropping this month. So next up, one of my favorites dropping this month is the Missing Link and Nike Air Max Susan. Now, I don't really know too much about the movies and involvement with this sneaker, but I will say it is very, very fire and I definitely want to get my hands on these. Just the colorway is crazy. The mixture of browns and yellows and, you know, greens, it's a really great colorway. And then you add in a different mixture of materials. You have some leather, you have some suede. There's even plaid on the sneaker, which I think makes the sneaker. It reminds me of Woody from Toy Story a little bit. And to just top it all off, you have the red swoosh on the one side, which I think is just perfect, the perfect detailing right there. So this is retailing for $170, which I think is a very, very good price point for this sneaker. This is going to be a sleeper right here. I know it's going to sell out, but if you get your hands on a pair, I would just definitely keep my hands on it. And who knows, it might go up in resale in the future. And on April 11th, we have the Adidas Night Jogger in this gray and orange colorway. Now, I've never had a pair of these in my collection. I definitely do want to get a pair. I just don't know if this is going to be the first one. The colorway, it's just not my favorite. I'm not a big fan of orange. But it is still a very clean sneaker and I don't knock you if you do like this sneaker. This one has just a bunch of different grays mixed in throughout the whole entire sneaker. And it also has some orange hits on the outsole and on the side of the sneaker. Now it's also going to come in this red and mint colorway. The red one is really nice. I wouldn't mind having that one in my collection. I will pay $130 for that sneaker. The mint one, not so much. I feel like that's more of a girl colorway, but still a very nice sneaker. And you know, one day if it falls in my lap at the right price point, then I might pick it up. But it's just not on my radar right now. Especially for this month of April, there is some heat dropping that I want to get my hands on. And these, they're just okay to me. Of course, you have that Boost midsole, so you know it's going to be super comfortable. And retail for this is $130, so not too bad. It's a sneaker you're going to get to wear a lot, and it's very comfortable. So $130, I can justify paying that. Now for the ladies and for the small feet gentlemen like myself, we have the Air Jordan 12 Black Reptile. This is a women's colorway, and they really did a great job with this one right here. It has some mixtures of black, it has some gold, it has some white. And you have black, white, and gold in a sneaker, you know it's gonna hit. You have that Crocs snakeskin print on the upper, which is a very nice touch. 12s are also very comfortable. I know some people think otherwise, but I actually really like the 12s on feet. Now this is retailing for $190, which for a women's sneaker is kind of a lot because I feel like it should be much cheaper. I feel like maybe $120, maybe $130 is okay for women's sneakers, but $190, that's basically a men's sneaker. Now 12s are bulky in general. Now I don't know how girls feel about wearing this sneaker because it might look huge on them, but we'll see about that. Now on April 13th, I'm going to butcher this name, but it is the Nike Air Max 98 Air La Mezcla. I don't know. Anyway, it's a very clean colorway. I think this was like a competition shoe where people designed some sneakers, and I think this was the winning design. I could be wrong though, so don't quote me on that. But it's a very, very clean sneaker. This is a colorway you don't really see too often. You have a mixture of browns, greens, you have some white, some, you know, it's just a bunch of different colors, and you have two different laces. You have a green and a blue. Honestly, I think it works very well. It's a very clean sneaker. Now this is retailing for $200, which is okay with me because this is a very clean sneaker. And I have had a pair of 98s in the past. It's a very comfortable sneaker and one you can wear, you know, almost every day. So this is definitely one to be on the lookout for. Now on April 19th, we have the Jordan Low 11 Blue Snakeskins. So Jordan Brand has done a bunch of snakeskins on the Jordan 11s, on the lows, and I actually really do like them. I may be alone on this, but I really do like the Jordan 11 lows on feet. I think they look very clean, especially when you have like a clean colorway like this. I have had the green pair and the red pair in the past, but I just ended up selling them either for new sneakers or, you know, just something pops up, I just didn't want them anymore. But these are retailing for $185, which is not bad. I thought it was gonna be like $200, but $185, you know, it's not too bad. And if you do like these a lot, I don't think it'll be that difficult of a cop. These might sit for a while. So if you do like these, April 19th, mark that down on your calendar. So on April 19th, we have the sacai, I don't really know how to say that, and Nike Blazer Mid in this university blue colorway. But as you can see, it has like that double tongue, double laces, double swoosh, double everything. Now, when you see this sneaker, you might get like some off-white vibes, but I mean, it is like that little deconstruction look, I guess you can say. Regardless if it took some inspiration from off-white, I think it's a very clean sneaker. It's definitely like a neck breaker. You see someone walking, like you're gonna like double take, like what is that sneaker? But I mean, it is retailing for $140. So not too bad. I think regular Blazers retail for $120, I believe, or $110. And I think they went with the perfect colorway. They went with that like UNC colorway, so very nice. Then on April 19th, we have another pair of the Nike Adapts in this gray colorway. So it's a power lacing shoe, which is a very dope feature. If you were able to get a pair of the other two that dropped, I definitely wouldn't get this one. There's no need to have more than one, honestly. It's definitely like a dope collector's piece, but I wouldn't pay crazy resale for it. Now this retails for $350, so I mean, you got to be comfortable spending that amount of money, but it is like a little investment piece. I mean, I think if they release this as like a regular sneaker with laces and all that, I think it'll do pretty well. So really only the diehard Nike fans are going to go after this sneaker for $350. So April 19th, if you want to take your chances, that's the day you have to do it. Now for the other colorways, I mean, they haven't gone up too much. So, I mean, you're still, if you do get the sneaker to resell, you're still going to make a profit, but it's not going to be a crazy amount of money. Then on April 25th, we have the Nike Air Trainer 3 Medicine Ball. Now, I think these released in 1988, and then it came back in 2014, and then it's back in 2019. This colorway, you know, it's a clean colorway. I wouldn't cop it just to like walk around and just be an everyday sneaker. It would probably be like my gym sneaker. Retail for this is going to be $130, so I mean, this will be easy cop for you if you do want these. And if you don't get them drop day, don't stress about it. These probably will go under retail. Then on April 26th, we have another small feet gang and women's colorway. We have the Air Jordan 1 OG Pandas. Now, It's a black and white one, very, very simple. One thing it has though, it has like that fur material where the black part is. I don't know how I feel about that for men. I think for women, it'll look fire on. I'm just not too big of a fan with fur on sneakers. I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me. But for women's, I think it'll look very clean. This is retailing for $160, which is a very fair price for a women's sneaker. And I'm pretty sure some dudes are definitely gonna cop this. So, I mean, we'll see when drop day comes. For the 27th, we have a pair that I really, really want. It's the Air Jordan 1 Crimson. Now, this isn't like a crimson, it's like a crimson tint. So, it's a little pinkish. I do love ones though, and I think this will be a smash for the summertime. I really love how they didn't put any white on the upper. It's all black. I think it makes the crimson tint pop out perfect. If you want to see a really good video on this, I would check out Tony D2 Wild's channel. He did a very, very, very good review on the sneaker, has it on feet shot. Honestly, that video definitely made me want these sneakers for sure. I mean, it's probably gonna be a tough one to get. It's probably gonna sell out just like the turbos, but I'm definitely gonna try for it. And 160 price point isn't really bad at all. Now, if you're a fan of the cap and gown Jordans, on April 27th, we have the Air Jordan 13 cap and gowns. First of all, 13s, they're not my favorite anymore. I used to really like them a lot, but nowadays it's just not my style. And it has that patent leather all over the sneaker, which I really don't like. That's asking for creases like crazy. But I do know a lot of people are messing with this sneaker right here. A lot of people is messing with the cap and gown Jordans in general. These are releasing for $200, which is expected. It's a cap and gown. But for me, I'm definitely not paying that. And I mean, it's a clean sneaker though. I'm not gonna lie. It's a clean sneaker, just not for me. Now, lastly, we have the Nike Air Fear of God moccasins. Now, listen, I really stand by Jay Lorenzo's like designs, his sneakers, his clothing, but this one right here, I'm just not rocking with at all. These are just super, super, super trash. I mean, on feet, they didn't look too bad when he styled them, but not everyone's gonna style them like he styled them, and it's just, it's not good. It's no good. If these didn't have that Fear of God attachment to it, they would definitely end up in the outlets. And for $170, I'm not copping these. Again, everything else he does with Nike and Fear of God is super dope. This is just the only thing I do not like, but guarantee these are gonna sell out really quick. So I mean, if you do like these, April 27th, $170. Try for them. If not, I wouldn't even stress about it. So there you have it, guys. Let me know what sneaker you're most looking forward to copping this month. Let me know what's heat. Let me know what's trash in the comments below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on that post notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.